Good evening, dandies. Welcome to Undetermined, the podcast.
Hey, what's happening?
Got it. Recording in progress.
Recording in progress.
We don't usually do video.
We're kind of fresh to Zoom. We don't do a lot of Zoom.
Oh, okay. Well, everybody usually, I'll just talk, but everybody says Zoom, and I push the button, and everybody looks at each other. So I go, okay, I just.
Oh well, yeah. They told us.
Yeah, it's easier.
It's a lot more fun to see people when I'm talking, because a lot of times people, when they speak, the tone of their voice doesn't fit.
Right.
Their face. Sometimes you don't know. If I say something, I think it's funny, and they kind of go. And the next question is, I'm thinking, okay, what do we do here?
Right. Yeah, you wouldn't get that nonverbal smile that I just gave everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I read an interesting. Quick side note. I read an interesting article the other day about human interaction and crying. And in a scenario where a person is like crying, to another person or something like loss or anything else, and that other person starts crying, scientists believe now and psychologists believe now that we can tell what they're crying about, not necessarily what they're crying about, but that if they're not crying about what we are, if it's something like different. Does that make sense? And it's all nonverbal.
Yeah.
They would know what is really upsetting them, even in the situation where they could like act like they were crying for you, but something else was wrong. Huh. Interesting.
That's a good one. I love that stuff.
Yeah.
It does. When I see people and if they're going through something, I empathize with them. That's my biggest problem. And I might take it too far. I want to save somebody when they don't need to be saved because they don't feel as bad as I think they do.
Yeah.
Right.
And I've had to go back and forth as to how far should I push this and how far should I just let it go? Because I feel everything in the room and everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
No, I do. Actually, my job, I work like the suicide prevention hotline.
So
I get a lot of, you got to find that balance with people. You can't assume always the worst, but
it'll drain you. It'll drain your emotions. Yeah. It'll drain you.
You got to have a certain amount of detachment, and that sounds really cold, but you're not going to survive it if you don't.
Nah, that doesn't sound cold. That sounds realistic because it took me 70 years to finally see that. It's very important. I wish I had learned that earlier in my life, But anyway, past is past.
Yeah,
you got it. You got it now, y'all.
Yeah, right. I want to throw out a past moment. I don't know if you remember me, right? But we've actually encountered each other. This is like 20-something years ago in Springfield,
Missouri.
Yeah.
That was so long ago.
Well, I'll bring up the moment, and maybe you remember. I worked at Camelot Music, and you came into the store when I was working. You were playing the Regency that night. I think Galactic Cowboys were opening.
Oh, so we had a record out at that point.
Yeah, it was Ear Candy, and I grabbed a CD off the shelf and had you like sign it for me because I was really excited to meet you.
Cool.
But you also
I would have done that. Go ahead.
I appreciate that. You kind of looked like you were afraid I was stealing it. And I'm like, I'm paying for it. Don't worry.
I still go through that. I'm black.
Yeah.
Here you go. You think the first thing people think is you're going to steal from
right.
It's our culture. We're used to it.
Yeah. But I sold you a t-shirt of a kid with a pot on his head and it said pothead.
Oh, I had to have that. I do not remember that t-shirt, but I would have bought that t-shirt.
Yeah,
I would have bought that. Did I not buy that t-shirt? It was a zigzag t-shirt. Yeah. I bought a zigzag t-shirt there too. The first zigzag t-shirt with the cover on, the white one. I could not believe it. And Slash talked me out of it.
Yeah, it's sort of virtual homecoming. Because we spent a lot of time in Springfield. Matt went to school at SMSU.
Okay.
So did my wife in Drury and stuff. And yeah, we lived in Springfield for a long time. I'm in Columbia. He's in Kansas City. So We're Missouri boys.
Stomping grounds, all those places. Jeepers. Yeah. Well, hello. You know, if I don't remember everybody, it's just because I'm out there doing my thing.
No. Like we're about 50-50 for people remembering us in person. So, and that seems like it's pretty. It's a good.
Right.
We're doing well to do that well.
Yeah.
Good.
I can't remember who we had on last week. Right. So I can't expect anybody.
I can't remember what I did about an hour ago.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, Matt.
No,
I was just going to say, Monty Colvin says hi.
I have questions. You got questions?
Hi, Monty.
Yes.
Tell him his artwork is really astounding.
Is it not
all the stuff that he's been doing? It's really cool.
Yeah, it's amazing stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. I want an original, but I think I'm gonna have to just order a couple prints. Yeah, but they're not. I mean, for original artwork, they're not that bad.
No.
I'm just
I've known Monty
but
since probably like 82, 83, and he's been painting that way the whole time. It's it's his style, and it's so cool that they even got to put it on their albums, you know.
Yeah. No, we had him on. We talked a little bit, and he always he had really good.
You got any good Monty stories? You got any good Monty stories?
You know, I've got tons of Monty stories. I mean, I remember we first met. He was going to college at SM, whatever you call it, and King's X had just started We're the Edge, and I don't know how we became friends, but seems like every Sunday we went and got some Chinese food in Springfield, and that lasted for a while he was going to school until people kept moving on and the band had to go play and do this stuff. But yeah, that was a fun thing we got to do. We wrote a couple tunes together way back in the early days. It was a lot of fun.
Right.
But yeah, known him forever.
What's your favorite? Jeff, go for these.
Yeah, it was cashew chicken. It was. Oh God, I can't even now. We tried it one time, maybe about 10 years ago. We tried it, and I went, "Oh my God, I can't believe I ate this crap." Oh my God, it's gelatin, salt, soy sauce, and paste. On little pieces of chicken.
Oyster
it's
sauce.
Horrible. Oh my God. We ate that shit. Did we eat that shit or what?
Yeah.
That's all there is in Springfield is Chinese though.
Yeah.
You look like you've got some pretty awesome food. Like I check out your Facebook and you've always got some awesome looking meal that I'm like, man, I want to go over to Doug's house.
Awesome. That's the only thing I brag about is my cooking. I can make.
Nice.
I did not do my job. And so far, everyone who's eaten my food my whole life has reacted. I'm proud of that shit. I mean, people coming to me going, I don't like vegetables, but you make them taste good. I don't eat that stuff. I don't know why, but I'm going to start eating that now because what did you do to cook that? I never had a taste like that. How did you cook that? I like cooking, like writing songs. It's fun. The combinations of.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
I don't have a favorite. I've got a couple concoctions that a lot of the stuff that you see that I take pictures of, it's just me throwing shit together. There was a guy I met a long time ago that when I'd hang out at his house, him and his wife, we'd be playing music and stuff. And somebody go, I'm hungry. I go, let me go in the kitchen, see what's up. He'd go in the kitchen and just pull out like 3 or 4 little dishes of stuff that was left over and make this meal up. And I'd go, what did you do? He said, I just looked this up and I'm going, I started taking more time in it because I always could cook good, but now it's turning into having fun at it too.
Yeah.
When I moved into the stove with 6 burners, and I went out and bought all the cast iron skillets, and I was cooking feasts up for me and my roommates, and I got a message from my landlord that says, "Doug, did you guys use that much gas?" And I'm thinking, fuck, wow. Yeah. I mean, I got burners burning, hamburgers cooking and barbecue and shit.
Nice.
That's funny. I never got that call for using
Right on.
Yeah, they got the bill, and it was like really high. I said, "Well, we all cook. There's three of us here, and we all cook our own meals. That's probably why." And he goes, "Oh, I understand."
Yeah.
It was always,
I like cooking. I'm normally, well, yeah. I think I do Italian well. I think Matt and I can both grill and smoke meat.
Yeah.
Grilling is not something that I'm real good at, but I can cook some fucking spaghetti.
Yeah.
But I love grilling. I love to bring people over that are good grillers. I'll season that shit up and marinate it. Let them grill it. It's always perfect. Especially fish. I can't cook fish. I overcook fish.
No, I'm not. I can do, I guess I finally figured out how to do salmon because my wife likes it, but I won't eat my own salmon.
Yeah.
So
really? I just can't do it. It's just always overcooked. I just don't trust it. It's like, it's not done. It's not done.
Right.
It's too pink.
It's supposed to be pink,
though.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
Exactly.
Ever eat sushi? Don't you like sushi? That's what I'm going. I like sushi. What am I freaking out about?
Yeah.
It ain't chicken.
No. I'm always overdue chicken. I always
Me too.
Yeah. I'm afraid
you better believe
bloody.
it. Oh, yeah. I can't stand no undercooked chicken. Oh,
no, and that's my problem. I can't trust it.
It says salmonella. Right.
Yep.
And then I had drying out.
It tastes good.
So you're on the road right now, aren't you?
Off the subject, music.
No, I'm at home. I'm sitting here, been home for a couple of weeks. Yeah, we're not doing hardly anything right now. Ty has an immune system problem. He's been working on that, and so we can't really go out and do any real serious tours or anything. So I've been home a lot. Just doing what I do, basically since the new record's out. I've been doing Zoom interviews like the last 3 weeks, almost like 4 days a week.
Fans, man, we appreciate it.
No
Monster
problem.
fans.
I'm fixing to. I've been working on. We're gonna put like 7 new songs in the set from the album, and so I'm kind of going. I'm waking up in the middle of the night going, "Oh my god," So I'm trying to. I've been in my room here just working on them and playing them and singing them and stuff. So I want to be prepared this time to go out. We never prepare ourselves.
Well, after the last couple of years, I mean, what can you prepare for? We don't even know anymore. What's coming at us. It's, everybody's had to adapt. But
go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, listen to the new album. It's great. First of all, one compliment I had to give you is just one thing I've always liked about your music is everybody. I mean, it's modern, but it's timeless. That makes sense. And just the progressive nature of it and everything makes it to where it still rocks. I mean, the new album, it's just amazing.
Thank you.
But listen to lyrics and stuff on that, and there's times are changing with things like that. Was it more just because I noticed something, it's when lyrics are more maybe cynical than they used to be.
Yes, definitely. But I mean, I've had to rip it back.
Cathartic for you, or is it, or have or do you think you've gotten better or anything?
I don't think there's no such thing as better or worse for me. To me, it's if you're moving on and you're creating and you're living and you're accomplishing something, then that's all you need. And for me, the fight with past and the fight with the future. And finally, when I turned around 70, something hit me and it said, dude, you only got 10, 20, 30 years to live if you're lucky. What's going on? And I looked behind me and went, fuck all that. Period. It's like all those things that pull you back, pull you down, stop you, the things that I'll do that when I get old, and just on down the line, even just getting over childhood trauma.
No, I totally
right during the pandemic, and what a release.
Yeah.
What a release what that was. I mean, I learned because we didn't have relationships. And I blame most of my depression on her, and now I had to wake up one day and realize, dude, she became a great woman and you never let her off the hook. You never ever let her be, and I went, wow. And then instead of feeling guilty about it, my mom was a total narcissist, so it didn't bother her anyway. So we're all good, and I smile, and she's smiling at me, going, "Now you get me, Doug." It's like, Mom, you didn't call me when I sent you the bouquet of flowers for Mother's Day, and she goes, "Oh, you're sensitive about that, But if I didn't, my kids have to eat.
Right.
What I'm saying?
Right.
So that happened like that to everything. Doesn't matter what the fuck it was. I reacted the way I reacted, and I am only to blame. And if I don't stop blaming everybody else and get over myself, the rest of my life ain't gonna be fun.
Right.
And I said, fuck that. And and make my lyrics change. I don't want to cry in my ear and talk about, oh, I'm so lonely and blah.
Right.
But aren't we all? And how long have we been doing this? So ain't you kind of tired of it? What else can we think? It's like, okay, let's say I'm depressed, but I'm gonna get some good thoughts going today. Instead of just staying in the hole, the pain, oh, woe is me. But everybody goes through their thing. If you look at King Zach's records, it's like every 10 years, something else happens and I'm wake up again. You got dUg the Christian, you got dUg the guy mad at God. Then you got who's lonely and depressed because he has no one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you got manic moonlight bleed in yourself. You're all right. You're all right. It's like, I am all right. I'm okay. We have no career. Nobody buys our records. Nothing's going on.
Right.
And nobody loves me. I am not. And now it's like, now it's give it up, man. I'm gonna ride it out till it's over.
Man, everybody wants to work with you. So I would take that as like, I'm fine. You got some pretty awesome projects that you do.
That is cool because I get those calls a lot. Thanks. I don't pay attention a lot to what the things that I do or that come my way because I'm always doing them. I'm one of those people that doesn't look around what happens. I'm just on running. And I slowed down a couple of days ago. It hit me how many people that have approached me to work with them. I mean, Richie Blackmore asked me to join Deep Purple, and Kerry Livgren asked me to join Kansas. And I'm sitting there thinking, well, why would they ask me? And it's like, Doug, why would you think? Well, why would it's like, what the fuck? It's like, you don't get you, do you? And I've been trying to spend the rest of my life trying to get me in a little way.
Right.
So that I don't be so down on me because as perfectionists, we cannot ever see the good that we do. It's always the negative. And I struggle with that daily, even now, even though it's not as bad as it used to be and victory's happening. I'm singing about that too.
I think it's fair to call you kind of, and this sounds like I'm blowing smoke and I don't mean to, but like you're a legend's legend. In a way.
I love that. Oh.
Does that because they're like
that's beautiful. Oh.
Because people there are some iconic people out there that is like dUg is the shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I know.
Absolutely. But all those emotions you're talking about too, it's like it's still very human. And that's a good thing about the music too. I think everybody can relate to that. I'm that's
glad.
What's important. Plus your, crazy ass time signatures. That's cool on the album.
Good.
And, one question I have for you, it's a little tacky, but like, okay, over the years, I mean, you're kind of, one of the earlier pioneers of prog and this prog thing. Any bit of gear or anything like that you think, and I'm not talking about like digital recording, but just like playing anything, the adaptations, that stuff over the years, it's been like a big evolutionary step for you or something. It was like, that's the thing I've been waiting for.
You mean musically?
Musically for like, playing tech stuff.
Oh, tech stuff, not
a
bass.
pedal or a guitar or anything in particular,
you know,
over that amount of time?
Honest to God, I hated everything
Oh,
until
really?
I made my pedal. Tech 21 did. Yeah, because the thing is, what I was trying to get, my pedal does. But, and I was trying to do that John Entwistle, Chris Squire thing. And Jamie Jamerson, who played with Motown, and Chuck Rainey, who did the Motown stuff. Those 4 bass players are my heroes. I play like them in so many ways. I can name a few others because I listened to everybody I could when I was 22 when I started playing bass. Yeah. But those guys was about tone. Jamie and Willie Weeks too, but they play with their fingers and they just had that smooth thing, and they always made up a melody, and you knew every Motown song by the bass line. Yeah. You know, you knew what it was. And then Chris Squire and John Entwistle comes around, they're playing this busy stuff like a grand piano, a frantic grand piano. And I'm going, what the fuck is all this? and I kind of blended the two things together. And growing up, listening to big band jazz music as a child, baritone saxophones had this badass tone. Remember, I don't know if you're old enough, but American Bandstand had that brass thing. That's how I play my bass. And
oh, really?
That's interesting. In a tuba. You know, it's like, you know, those are the things that I've embraced, because bass is not just, you know, this thing that's in my hand. Bass is in my fingers. It's those things that I want to create on that little piece of instrument that I have. And I couldn't find an amp that I could easily do that. I mean, you know, easily do it. I found amps, guitar amps, bass amps. I put them together. Every other year I had a different set of amps. I had a rack that had like 18 different things in it. I had EQs going in and out of compression, and then in a power soak into a power amp. I mean, I had shit going. It was so crazy. And I had like 8 SVT cabinets, and it was just, you know, it was just ridiculous. But I got Tech 21 came up and said they always wanted to make a pedal that sounded like me, and he made he made the SansAmp pedal, and said that he designed it after hearing Out of the Silent Planet and seeing King's X live. He said he wanted to make amps that sounded like what I sounded like, because I had a bunch of shit on stage to sound like. It was the first record, so we had a bunch of crap on stage, and I've known him for years and years and years now. Go to NAMM and we'd hang out. And one day he made a pedal about 4 or 5 years ago, and it really kind of sounded close to what I sounded like. And I said, dude, that pedal sounds pretty good. And he says, look, if you like that pedal, let me make you one. And I go, you know, and so we spent, you know, it took him 2 years, and we made this pedal, and now Geddy Lee has his own pedal, and Steve Harris has his. Yeah, you know, so we got the pedal thing happening. They're really good at mimicking you and who you are, because Geddy pedal sounds like Geddy. It's like,
what's the name of the pedal again? You gotta drop
it's called DPX3.
The DPX3. Oh, DPX3.
Yeah, let me look again. It's I think it's DPX3. Yeah, Doug Pinnick, Tech 21, DPX3.
All right.
Wow, you're in good company there too.
Yeah. I'm dyslexic, and I always say DP3X, and I just get fucked up, and they always try to change, you know, hashtag with the wrong hashtag and shit.
Yeah.
See, and that's funny, because I was afraid to bring up the George Lynch project, because I'm going to get the letters wrong. I'm going to in the wrong order.
George asked me a long time ago to sing. His singer quit like 2 days before they were supposed to play in Houston. I was living in Houston at the time. He says, Doug, can you front my band for a while? I'll send you all the songs. You got to learn them in 2 days. I says, what's going on? He said, dude, my singer quit me. I need a singer. He said, can you believe it? Doug Pinnick singing for the Lynch Mob?
That would be crazy. He wouldn't have to play, I guess.
And we laughed, and I says, "No, George." I says, "No fucking way. No, there's no fucking way." I don't do that shit. I do my own stuff. No, George. I'm not gonna go front. No, I did it one. I did a week of for Living Color once. Corey couldn't do these 10 shows.
Yeah,
these 10 the festival shows in Europe, and they called me up and said, "You want to do this?" And I'm going, "How much?" and it was more than I get what I do. So I went, yes. And I went, "Okay, Douglas, can you do this?" And I worked it, and they were really high for me. I struggled with them. I don't think I'd do it again, but it was an experience, and it was fun standing there with a mic. I could go all the way down into the pit and stand in the crowd and sing. It was pretty cool to be able to do that. I remember a Cult of Personality. I stood on the fence screaming at the kids with my mic, and the security guards were holding me up, and I went, "So this is what it's like to be a lead singer."
Wow.
And that was fun. I never experienced that ever again. It's back to behind my mic going, "Hi, everybody."
Yeah, Corey, he just recorded some stuff with John Heinz with Big Ol' Nasty Get Down. John.
That's right. I heard about this.
Yeah. Oh, it's a great collab.
I
George
haven't
Clinton
played that yet.
stuff.
I pulled that up after George Clinton came to town not too long ago, and somebody mentioned that, and I pulled it up, and I haven't had a chance to listen to it. I gotta do
it's good.
It's crazy. He's like, he pulls in some people.
Yeah, like Steve Perkins from Jane's Addiction, and all sorts of good. But it's a huge, evolving thing. Yeah, it'd be cool to see you get on that.
A lot of people call, and sometimes I wish the bigger ones would, but a lot. I've learned though that a lot of people go, "Dude, I just didn't think you wanted to do it." A lot of people think that I don't like we're all insecure people, and why would I think Andy Summers would love King's X?
Right.
Until we leave all rock bands in the dust. I could go down the list, and then so I have to turn it around and go, "Oh, you're right." It's like, why don't you? You have all their numbers. I don't want to be that guy going, "Hey man, can I hang out at you?" You know. Elliot Easton, I met him about 2 years ago, and he had tears in his eyes and told me how much King's X meant to him, and wants me to come over and
That's awesome.
I was like, "Dude, he's busy. He doesn't want to be bothered with God, let's get over yourself."
It gets tough. Use social media and everything else with that too. Same thing. It's like, do I wish him a happy birthday?
Yeah, I can see that. I get a lot. Even my mom, it's like, "Mom, call me. Don't wish me a happy birthday on Facebook. There's 3,000 of them, and I never see it."
Right.
It's like this year I literally read every birthday greeting. There was thousands of them. It took me 2 days, and I thought to myself, if these people are doing this, I'm gonna read them, and I put a heart on every one of them.
Oh,
and
it's nice.
It's not being nice. It's I don't see life as being nice. I see life as, why not? This is what you do. This is who you are. I try to tell people all the time, if you give without wanting it back, you will get it back so much you won't even realize.
Yeah.
And I guess let's get over ourselves. It's taken years and years. Years and years.
Well, you haven't become too cynical then.
I am. No, I've never given up on hope.
Yeah.
Even, and I kind of get pissed off when people say hope doesn't work. I'm going, no. It ain't about the result. It's about feeling.
Exactly.
It gives you the energy to keep moving. Maybe it won't happen. Maybe you will drown. Maybe you will die tomorrow.
Right.
But I hope I don't. So I'm going to live like I'm going to live.
Nah, hope's got me through a lot of the time it hadn't played out the way I wanted it to or I expected it to.
Exactly. You just take a deep breath and go, tomorrow's going to be different.
Right.
And I think one thing I've always liked about hope too is that it's universal for all. Hope is something that, you know, it's one of those things that's the unattainable and you can't really grasp it, or, you know, it's you know, but still everybody can have hope regardless of their, you know, religion, their place in the world, their place, you know. Why throw that away? You know,
always have hope. Always have hope and strive for the things that you want in life.
Yeah.
And never regret what you didn't get. Don't blame it on someone else.
No.
I mean, you know, an analogy happened to me years and years ago, and it made me see the world completely different. Because, you know, it's like if there's 50 people in a room and if you kill one person, everybody else will live. I couldn't kill that person. There's no fucking way.
The philosophy of that.
Then I saw a dog that had 9 puppies and one died because it had nothing to eat. And this is Mother Nature. And I thought to myself, and this is my motto now, dog has 9 babies and she only got 8 to someone's gonna die. That's life. Yeah. That is fucking life. And so now let's find the balance. Where do we put that in the scale of how we see the world? Because for me, life is a balancing act. It's like I can go this way or that way. If I can get a balance, then I'm okay. I don't need too much good and too much bad. I just need enough stress to keep me pushing and enough joy to keep me wanting to do this. Yeah, that's all we should want. The rest of it, why are you wasting your time chasing it? You know?
Yeah. And I think that's a real solid point. I try to make that point to my kids a lot. It's like disregarding the rotten sides of humanity, the bad sides of history, the things that we don't want to look at, that make us uncomfortable. It's still part of the human condition, but so are all these wonderful things, you know, that we can be working on and we can be doing. But to neglect those makes your foundation faulty. You know,
I think the pandemic did that too. It's kind of made
to a lot of people.
We went 2 ways. People stepped up to the plate, and others just went down in that hole.
Right.
Yep. Dude, I'm 5 minutes over. I was supposed to. I got another one.
Oh, no problem, man.
45 minutes and stuff, but this says 3:30. Yeah.
Right.
No, we're good. We're good, man. We appreciate you coming on so much.
4 o'clock.
Shit. We'd like to do that.
Okay.
All right. Well, again,
too. So, great to have you on.
Listen, do me a favor. You guys email so I can watch it, check, because I can befriend the show, and I'd love to come back and chat. You guys are real.
We love to have you on, man. Privilege, honor.
Awesome. Thank you, man. Bye. All right.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.
All right.